Hello, and thank you so much for joining me as we explore the new moon annular solar eclipse in Libra. This is set to occur tomorrow, Australian Eastern Standard Time at 4:49 in the morning on Thursday, the 3rd of October. For majority of the world, however, it will be occurring on the 2nd of October and be visible as a ring of fire over the southern parts of South America and also southern parts of North America. This is all about renewing relationships by setting boundaries. This upcoming new moon is occurring at 10 degrees and 4 minutes of Libra, and it is a significant astrological event due to its conjunction with the south node of the moon. This alignment is indicating a time of ending and new beginnings and urging the collective to let go of past patterns, particularly in their relationships, due to the fact that Libra governs over relationships. Eclipses are catalysts for unexpected changes, and especially if they do connect with your sun, your moon, and also any of your angular positions, and they are your ascendant, descendant, IC, or MC. There are strong themes indicated throughout this solar eclipse, and that is endings and new beginnings, relationships and balance, and most importantly, environmental regeneration as we move through into the time of new earth. There is a lot of symbolism in this astrological alignment, and I look forward to exploring that with you. I do want to take a moment to apologize that I haven't been on of late. I have had school holidays with my two beautiful daughters and also psychology assignments, and I'm just about to study for my exam in social psychology. So please do forgive me for that. I do love and am passionate about astrology. I offer astrological readings, and I will plug the link in there whereby you can sign up, and I will be able to deliver an accurate and highly recommended astrological reading on your natal chart. I can also look at the eclipse energy for you as well and explore your essential blueprint of your life and how you can help integrate your nature and your nurture to live a highest possible frequency life. So hence why I'm exploring this with you now. Obviously, when I finish my degree, I will have a full understanding of the psychological and scientific foundations, along with obviously the astrological and metaphysical foundations to help people bloom and blossom and grow into the whole and beautiful and highest frequency being that they are so destined to be. And that's what I want to help people do. That is my passion. That is what I love to do in my spare time. It is what I find myself speaking of all the time. So and I have had 6 years experience in astrology, and obviously studying psychology as well. Mind you, I have had a lifetime of trauma-informed information that has helped me develop quite quickly at the age of 31, whereby I'm able to help people grow and enrich their own lives as well. So let's explore this solar eclipse. It is a very brief video by way of the way that I have created this slideshow, and that is just due to the fact that I have a lot going on in regards to study psychology. So please forgive the basicness of this video, but I did want to get it out to you to help you better understand and work with the energies at play, because eclipses are so high vibrational and they are so potent with manifestation. However, if you are not working on your highest octave, there is a strong chance that you are going to manifest unwanted things in your life. So it's about understanding your energy and understanding the emotions within your energy and allowing that energy in motion to move through you at this time and help bring about highest growth for yourself, of course, and the collective consciousness as a whole. So, and essentially, this solar eclipse is occurring at the 10th degree of Libra, and so 10 degree is marked as the Capricornian degree, and also it is marked as a Sabian symbol whereby risky business is underway. It is highlighting the importance of risk and personal growth through one's life's challenges, and it is bringing about the energies of transformation, balance, and most importantly, community. There is a strong environmental connection with Maki, and also we've also got Lilith involved, and I will have a look into the chart in a moment. But this energy is asking you to embrace the journey through life's complexities with skill and with awareness, whereby you're available to foster personal growth and emphasize the importance of your connection with others, with yourself, and with the environment, because that North Node is over there in the sign of Aries, which is all about the self. So to be able to balance out that connection between the self and the other. Yes, Libra is all about the other, and that is the connection with regards to the new moon and the stellium that is occurring in Libra. But we've also got to remember that North Node and ourselves, and our alignment with ourselves helps foster those connections that we have with others and with the environment as well, and be able to find this alignment whereby we're inviting ourselves to reflect on the experiences that we have undergone and letting go of what no longer serves. And that is that highlighting that South Node energy of letting go and stepping confidently towards a more equitable and harmonious future for ourselves, for our friends and our family and interpersonal relationships, and also for the collective at large as we enter into this new earth. And that is highlighted here with this full moon chart. As I said, I don't have too much content on these videos, so please just listen to me waffle on about the energies, and that will help you be able to understand what is integrating at this time. For it is a radiant renewal of relationships, and of course we need to set boundaries, and that is highlighted by this Lilith energy here as well. And of course Mercury is helping us tap into that beautiful communicative energy to speak our truth and be able to bring about that abundant change in our relationships and opening into our untapped potential of our voice and finding harmony through that. So like I mentioned, the upcoming new moon annular solar eclipse is occurring at 10 degrees of Libra. It does have 3 minutes here on the chart. Forgive me, my time passages chart had 4 minutes, so excuse me for that. But it is occurring on Thursday, the 3rd of October 2024 at 4:49 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And it is a remarkable moment of renewal and reflection. As the moon passes its way and obscures the sun, it is going to cast a captivating ring of fire over the earth. And it is in this darkness that we are being invited to embrace the beauty of our own innate transformation. We're being asked to be introspective and turn inwards to embrace the possibility of metamorphosis, and therefore this casting of the light upon our shadow, we're inevitably able to integrate the unseen, the unaccepted, and the outcasted parts of ourselves to herald in this bright potential of new beginnings and bright abundant change of the new earth. And I am going to go into that a lot further shortly about the connection with Maki. But it is a gateway of glorious growth, whereby this eclipse season is a time of unpredictability, quantum leaps, and unexpected shifts of fate. It happens frequently throughout the year, occasionally throughout the year, whereby there is we are reminded of our insignificance, yet our significance in the grand scheme of things. In the world of Rumi, we aren't but a drop in the ocean. We are the ocean in a drop. Divine intelligence works magnificently and yet so mysteriously within us. Solar eclipses are hereby no exception, for historically they have carried an intense reputation with prominent links to life-changing events. The temporary obscuration of the sun emphasizes the obscurity of all of its solar qualities within us as individuals. The clarity, the consciousness, and the awareness. So by stripping this away during the solar eclipse, we're able to turn inwards and find out the unconsciousness and be able to see the obscurity within us and be able to embrace the unknown and untapped waters that we so innately have. So as we experience this eclipse in Libra, the sign of partnerships and interpersonal relationships, we are inherently asked to examine our connections with ourselves and with others, for it is a time where we are to reflect on what we've compromised too much or too little in our relationships in pursuit of peace, diplomacy, and balance. Just as a cup must be emptied to be filled with anew, we as a collective are being encouraged to let go of outdated patterns and embrace fresh, new perspectives, ready to emerge and bring about a new growth and a new way of being. I invite you to trust this recalibration process, because during this solar eclipse, we're reminded that confusion, disorientation, and chaos often precede clarity. It is in these very moments that we are invited to deepen our introspection and inevitably unearth the unseen, unheard, and unaccepted parts of ourselves. Giving light to the darkness through this integration enables us to align ourselves before moving forward. Even in these moments of darkness, light is still present, just as the yin and yang symbol, and also symbolized by the ring of fire that surrounds the moon at the time of this solar eclipse. I ask you to step into the unknown with grace and trust that this reset will align you on the path that you are so destined to walk. There is a strong dynamic dance in a T-square occurring in the sky, and that is with the energies of Mars up here in the sign of Cancer at 15 degrees. Then we have the North and South Node in opposing forces of the cardinal signs of Libra and Aries, respectively. And then also we have the Ceres in the sign of Capricorn. This is a dynamic dance whereby we are invited into an intensely emotionally charged atmosphere. Mars in Cancer is emphasizing a protective and nurturing approach to our emotions. However, just as I mentioned to a friend whose child has Mars in Cancer, if you can imagine a boiling pot where fire meets water and it creates steam. Steam will find an exit in any essence of a kettle. Therefore, this placement is highlighting our need to create a safe space for ourselves and others, whereby it allows us to be vulnerable and bring underlying feelings to the surface. There is a strong possibility whereby we will be wrestling with the past wounds as we navigate this energy, and also finding this real eruptive energy within our hearts. However, it's about taking those deep breaths and finding more constructive ways to express our emotions. Because emotions indeed are energy in motion, which is highlighting that Mars energy just as much as it's highlighting the Cancerian energies at play. They need to be accepted and surrendered. Trust that they too will take the path of least resistance. And that is the path that we allow them to take as well, which is the path of our highest good. With Ceres in Capricorn, there's a strong contrast in nature. Ceres is all about nurturance, and Capricorn is very authoritarian and responsibility driven. So this nurturing mother archetype, infused with or stifled with this responsibility and commitment to building stable foundations, is encouraging us to balance our emotional needs with practicality. And it's helping us to foster growth within our relationships whilst also maintaining healthy boundaries. I ask you to examine how you cultivate your supportive connections in this area that enable you to promote personal and communal connections, and how you can ground your nurturing instincts in this reality with the physical touch, with effort, with reciprocity and authenticity. It comes down to authenticity with this grounded nurturous energy. The North Node in Aries is embracing our bold individuality. And again, it's asking us to find our soul's identity and pioneer our own spirit's path to be able to come back to that South Node in Libra and explore and let go and surrender and release what no longer serves us in our relationships. So it's beckoning us to take bold steps forward and prioritize our desires, our personal truths for the very last time before it moves in and ingresses over through until the beautiful, nurturing, and dreamy sign of Pisces. It's encouraging us to honor our needs and simultaneously balance out how they will align with others. It's calling you to be brave, reminding you that genuine growth comes from confidently asserting who you are in your relationship and in yourself first and foremost. And that is highlighting this need to set those boundaries. And I'll further explore that after discussing Neptune, because boundaries are not very often in place in Neptune. And Neptune is also forming a very, very large orb T square with this energy, but a T square nonetheless. And so this is adding this depth and dreamy and illusion nature, whereby there is an intuitive layer to this cardinal equation, and it's offering our depth, and there is a strong potential for illusion and disillusion, and that is clouding our vision, and that therefore that Aries energy of the North Node is essential for us to tap into. And it's asking you, can you see the forest from the trees? It is blurring those boundaries, and this influence is making it vital to remain grounded in your feelings and your intentions and be mindful of how you also assert your feelings, which is therefore reoccurring that Mars in Cancer energy there. We are being called to connect with our spiritual selves and tap into our compassion to enhance our own innate consciousness and our emotional intelligence. And I just did an assignment on emotional intelligence, and it is the most foundational energy that you can possibly cultivate within your relationship is your own innate emotional intelligence. And that was a psychology assignment, fully backed by research and science and things like that. But if you really want to know the gist of it, is that your own innate emotional intelligence is the significant benefactor to cultivating a long-term romantic and interpersonal relationship. So I ask you to connect with your compassion, enhance your consciousness and your ability to perceive and walk in other people's shoes, to be able to reflect with the sincerity and the understanding and the empathy that is required for us to enhance our own interpersonal relationships. And whilst also staying discerning and ensure that we're not getting lost in this fantastical realm of unrealistic expectations. There's a lot of rich energies at play, and these interplay of energies is presenting a potent dynamic of emotional experiences, and is urging us to blend this assertive nature that we are seeing here with the North Node in Aries with this ability to be sensitive and practical and balance out our compassion for ourselves and also for others. So I urge you at this time to embrace your own innate vulnerability. Allow yourself to feel deeply and recognize how your vulnerabilities lead to greater intimacy and greater connection in your relationships. Share your feelings openly and foster trust and understanding in your relationship by cultivating your own innate emotional intelligence, which is bringing it back to that assignment that I just recently submitted. And create those safe spaces whereby you're able to nurture yourself and others by establishing these environments whereby emotional expression is welcomed, and encourage that open communication with support and growth. And that is highlighted by this mercurial energy in Libra, whereby we are being asked to just be tactful in the way that we do resolve conflicts, the way that we do interact with our partners, and also within ourselves as well. There is this opposition occurring here with our own sense of self, and then of course you've got that Chiron, which is further emphasizing that the wound in the self, and in those setting of healthy boundaries and prioritizing your own innate self-discovery. And that is therefore asking you to explore your desires and your truth, and take that time to come back to the introspection and integration, whilst also reflecting what it is you truly want. Now, this harmonization of the energies of Mars, Ceres, North Node, Neptune, Moon, Sun, South Node in this grand cardinal square, we can navigate this emotionally charged landscape with grace and with intention. And as we embrace our nurturing instincts, whilst also honoring our individuality, we are guided to more healthier and fulfilling connections, which is what this new moon is bringing a light to, but also casting a shadow upon, for us to turn inward and do the work that is essential to cultivate that emotional intelligence. And then, so like I've been mentioning, we need to come back into that marky energy. The solar eclipse in Libra is unfolding and forming an exact conjunction with the dwarf planet of Maki and illuminating our connection to the environmental wisdom. This alignment is speaking volumes about the new earth and nurturing the new earth so it can grow and elevate its real true power and its real vibration. If you look at Schumann's frequency and all of the solar storms occurring of late and all those different energies, our Earth's frequency is elevating, and we need to help it reach this level. Otherwise, I do believe, and I don't mean to be dire, and I don't believe it will happen, because I know that there is a strong potential for the collective consciousness to connect with the earth and then help it elevate its frequency, and also elevate our own frequency in conjunction with the earth itself and Gaia. We need to be able to delve deep into the dark recesses of our own psyche and invite a more passive and a more feminine form of wisdom to emerge, and harmonize this old energy with this new energy to find this equilibrium between the traditional ways of being and the fertile possibilities that lie ahead. I personally have been doing a lot of gardening as of late, and I went to kinesiology yesterday just to check in with my frequency, and I was at 750, and I'm so grateful for that. And that's just by cultivating my earth in my own passage of my own rich, dense, fertile land of the earth. And I urge you to do the same. Plant your vegetable garden. Just tend to the earth. Weed naturally. Pull out the weeds of your mind just as you pull out the weeds of the earth. And coexist where humanity, flora and fauna embrace this harmonic balance, and that highlighting that Libran energy, whereby we are inspired to live with the earth, not on it, and we're fostering connections that are enhancing the sustainability and the balance to bring about that earth. And in doing so, we're able to also cast a shadow, because we've got that Lilith energy there as well, and we're able to shed out our deepest desires and our unconscious needs and our unmet desires as we embrace the feminine energy inherent to Libra, inherent to Gaia, and inherent to Black Moon Lilith herself, whereby we're engaging with our inner goddess. And this powerful influence of Lilith is inviting us to confront and integrate our darker impulses, and empowering us to navigate the complexities of our relationships with ourselves and with the other with depth and grace. We are asked to harness the formidable strength of our shadow self. And in doing so, we'll have the ability to cultivate our own confidence and form the alliances within ourselves and within our soul to support the emergence of a new reality within us, our relationship, and the world around us. It is invoking the power of diplomacy, of tact, of fairness, and creating spaces for collaboration and understanding. It's about connecting with those closest to us, and just as we connect with ourselves, to blend this harmonious energy, to speak our truth with fairness, to speak our truth with consideration, and remind us to honor the perspective of others before we go down the path less traveled. There is a strong connection of the collective that is urging us to nurture our inner worlds just as our interpersonal relationships. And as we navigate this potent energy of the eclipse, we're being called to cultivate an authentic and compassionate communication style, way of connecting with ourselves, with others, and again with the earth, and recognizing that within each interaction, we have the opportunity for growth. And that is therefore highlighting, and it's really interesting, there's coming back to this emotional intelligence energy that I have just learned about, to be able to share with you that it is essential to do that, to have the conversations with the open heart, foster a spirit of collaboration and mutual respect and mutual understanding, to embrace our connections with those closest to us. And then, as with all energy alignments, we look to the ruler. And the ruler of relationships is in none other than the sign of Scorpio, and is forging a semi-sextile at 11 degrees. And with this energy, there's a subtle yet significant influence of creating this in conjunction with the North Node as well, whereby it is directing the energies of the eclipse and emphasizing this transformative power of ourselves, of our love of ourselves, of our love of our relationship, and the depth of our ability to explore our emotions as well. And that's that Scorpio energy. So Venus in Scorpio is inherently inviting us to embrace the complexity of our desires and our connections, and finding our emotional undercurrents, illuminating the hidden aspects of our relationships that require attention, that require to be tended to, and cultivate that new earth within our relationships, and be able to tend to the weeds within our relationships to enhance the potential of growth for ourselves and the evolution of our relationship and our connection with intimacy with our partners. There is a strong potential that your relationship may not survive this, and what comes, let it, and what goes, let it. Just trust in the manifestation of energy and motion. And because it is a time of heightened emotions, there is a strong potential, like I said, to manifest good and bad. So I urge you to protect your energy and cultivate a positive outlook, and look to your guides, use sage, call in higher energies, embrace this opportunity to turn inward and reflect on your desires, your emotional needs, and how you can cultivate your own innate emotional intelligence. So, as you reflect and release and acknowledge the emotions as they rise, and allow yourself to feel deeply within them whilst recognizing what needs to be released, it is a great time to set intentions and use this transformative time to set goals of your relationships and align them with your true desires and what it is that you value. So take that space of this darkness energy as the moon moves across the sun to turn inwards and find out what it is you value, which is highlighting that Venusian energy. What is it that we want in our intimate relationships? What is it that we want in our interpersonal relationships? What is it that we want in our own relationship with ourselves? And then how can we connect our emotions with the nurturing aspects of ourselves to form and forge responsible alliances with Ceres over here in Capricorn, which you cannot see on this chart. So engage in self-care rituals, embrace your vulnerability, cultivate awareness by questioning assumptions and looking for deeper truths in your relationships and in your situations, and enable yourself to be set free. Trust that this time is providing you with valuable insights. And if need be, reflect on the themes of the last new moon solar eclipse that occurred in Libra on the 14th of October last year. What shifts have taken place since then? What lessons have emerged? And reflect on how they have provided you with the nuances to be able to move forward and cultivate your new earth, and also surrender that past experiences that no longer serve you to bring about that new way of being in this world. I bless you, beautiful soul. Thank you for listening to this far, and I ask that you do embrace this opportunity for growth and let this eclipse illuminate your way forward as you create a space for balance and harmony, and authentically connect with yourself, your soul, and others, as this dance of light and shadow transforms the energy within and so without, above and so below, to inspire you to bloom into the best possible version of yourself. This solar eclipse in Libra is a catalyst. It is time to release the old, and it is time to embrace the new. It is time to connect with the earth, and it is time to connect with our souls. Thank you, and bless you, and happy new moon solar eclipse, whereby we bring about new beginnings by surrendering what no longer serves us.